Good morning. Good morning, and welcome to our annual Veterans Day recognition ceremony. Today, we are honored to welcome all veterans, including our first responders that have served abroad and locally. As we listen today, I want to remind you to reflect on the sacrifices made by those being honored here today, as well as those that have served and are currently serving in one of the branches of the United States military. At this time, I ask that you please stand as our student council escorts our veterans, first responders, and guests. Also, I want to remind you to please remain standing for the presentation of the colors by VFW Post 3360. At this time, I ask that you please remain standing for the presentation of the colors by VFW Post 3360.
Good morning. Good morning and welcome to our annual Veterans Day recognition ceremony. Please remain seated. Please remain. Good morning and welcome to our annual Veterans Day recognition ceremony. Today we are honored to welcome all veterans, including our first responders that have served abroad and locally. This ceremony is a time for reflection and gratitude. As we listen today, I want to remind you to reflect on the sacrifices made by those honored here, as well as those that have and are currently serving in one of the branches of the United States military. At this time, please stand as our student council escorts our veterans, first responders, and guests remain standing for the presentation of colors by VFW Post 3000.
Testing.
I pledge allegiance to the flag
United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You may be seated. Good morning, everyone. I'm honored to stand here today on behalf of my fellow students as we gather to celebrate and honor our veterans. Veterans Day is a time to remember those who have served our country, people who made sacrifices so that we can live freely and pursue our dreams. As students, many of us haven't experienced the challenges that veterans have faced. We read about history, learn about wars and conflicts, and hear stories of bravery, but it's hard for us to truly understand what it means to put one's life on the line. Veterans are people who are willing to sacrifice everything to protect their country, their communities, and the values we live by every day. And they did it knowing that freedom comes at a cost. When I think about veterans, I think of courage. Not just the courage to face difficult and dangerous situations, but the courage to serve something greater than oneself. It's the courage to protect others and fight for peace, even when it means leaving family, friends, and the comforts of home behind. It's the courage to keep going despite the hardships we may never fully understand. Today, we owe it to our veterans to remember their sacrifices and show them our gratitude. We may not know every detail of what they went through, but we know that we wouldn't be here, free to study, dream, and shape our future without their service. The opportunities we enjoy today were made possible by the dedication of those who served before us. As students, let's commit to honoring veterans not just today, but every day. We can honor them by respecting the freedoms they've protected, by remembering that peace is precious, and by striving to live with the courage, respect, and gratitude in our own lives. Veterans have given so much. The best way we can show our appreciation is to carry forward the values they stood for. To the veterans, thank you. Your service, your bravery, and your sacrifices. We are grateful for all that you've done for us, and we promise to remember and honor your contributions always. Thank you.
to help unveil our Wall of Honor, dedicated to our veterans who share the same honor of being called a Defiance High School graduate, as well as who have served and sacrificed for our country. This wall represents more than just names. It represents stories, sacrifices, and a commitment to protecting the freedoms we all cherish. As students, it can be easy to take for granted the everyday freedoms we enjoy, coming to school safely, spending time with our families, and planning our futures. But those freedoms wouldn't be possible without the dedication and courage of our veterans. Each name on this wall is a reminder of their bravery and the sacrifices they made so that we could have the life we enjoy today. Our Wall of Honor is a tribute to veterans in our community and beyond. It's a way to say, we see you, we remember you, and we are grateful for all you have given. This wall will stand as a permanent reminder to all who pass by that the freedom we enjoy wasn't free. It was earned by the sacrifices of those who served. As students, it's important for us to honor veterans not only today, but every day, by living with gratitude and by recognizing that peace and freedom are values worth defending. We may not fully understand the depth of their sacrifice, but we can learn from their example of service, courage, and resilience. This wall will inspire us to carry those values forward, honoring our veterans by remembering their stories and their legacy.
We extend a heartfelt thank you to our sponsors. Your generosity and dedication to this project have made this tribute possible. Because of your support, we now have a permanent place to recognize our veterans and honor the legacy of those who fought to protect our freedom. This wall stands as a powerful symbol of our community's gratitude, and it would not be here without your belief in the importance of honoring those who served. In sponsoring this wall, you've shown that your commitment goes beyond business. You care about making a difference in preserving the stories and sacrifices of our veterans for future generations. Your contributions remind us all of the strength of community, the power of gratitude, and the importance of giving back. We are incredibly grateful for everything you have done to help bring this vision to life. You have given us a lasting gift, one that will serve as a daily reminder of our veterans' sacrifices and inspire all of us to live with the same sense of duty and honor that they exemplified. Your support means so much to us and to all who will visit this wall in the years to come. To all the veterans here today and those represented on this wall, thank you. Thank you for your service, your sacrifice, and for showing us the true meaning of honor and bravery. This wall is for you, and it stands as a reminder to all of us to never forget the debt of gratitude we owe you. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us today as we honor our nation's veterans, those courageous men and women who have served in our armed forces. Today, we recognize the sacrifices that they make to protect our freedom, our security, and the values that we hold dear. We're also here to honor another group of dedicated individuals who serve for the same commitment, our first responders who have proudly served our community. First responders and veterans are united by a spirit of selflessness. Every day, whether it's in the military or in our own communities, these brave individuals make sacrifices for the safety of others. Our veterans risk everything to defend our nation, often far from home and far from family, to ensure that we remain free. Likewise, our first responders who are veterans, our firefighters, police officers, paramedics, and emergency personnel, are the ones that we need most, often putting their lives on the line to keep us safe. They don't hesitate to answer the calls in time of crisis, serving us and protecting us just as our veterans did and continue to do. These two groups share values that we all admire: courageousness, resilience, and commitment. When disaster strikes, first responders are the first to arrive, ready to help, just as veterans were prepared to answer the call to serve their country. They each show a level of bravery that is a beacon of hope in uncertain time. In moments of emergency, their presence reminds us that we are never alone and that there are always people willing to put others before themselves. Today, we honor our veterans. We also honor our first responders who have served, carrying on the legacy of service. Their work reminds us that heroism isn't always about making headlines or fighting on the battlefield. Often, it's about showing up every day and serving with a full heart, in big moments and in small. We are grateful for the peace of mind that they give us, for their dedication, and for protecting our lives, property, and community. It is our honor to host the following veterans that serve in our community as first responders: Please stand to be recognized. Todd Liffick, U.S. Marines and Air National Guard. Dennis English, U.S. Marines and Army. Kason Schaefer, U.S. Air Force. Jared Cooper, U.S. Army. Frank Herbert, Air Force and Army. Chris Stack, U.S. Air Force. Ben Williams, U.S. Marines. Mitch McClure, U.S. Air Force. And finally, Lee Martinez, U.S. Marines. Thank you.
We are proud to once again honor all of our military personnel and their families. As your service song is played, if you have served, presently are serving, or have family members serving, please stand tall and be recognized. We want to show our respect and admiration for all of you. The U.S. Army. The U.S. Coast Guard. The Marine Corps. The U.S. Air Force.
Good morning. We would like to ask our veterans to stand one last time so we can show our appreciation for them. Thank you. This now concludes our Veterans Day Assembly. I would like to thank all of our veterans for spending the morning to rest of your high school.